So by now we have watched the video with Scott Naismith where he was talking about desaturated colors. What you're going to be doing next is very similar in appearance to the Project 2 Part 2, where we were doing the kind of the Roman column kind of a thing, but each one of the paint chips in this particular case was a distinct chip, so you end up with clear lines of demarcation between each one of the hues. In this case, we're going to end up with an actual gradient all the way across. Now the interesting thing about that is because when we come back around to the computer generated colors, which is a completely different system, we will be again taking the gradient and then dividing it back up into individual colors. I know it sounds like, why am I doing all this? Well, this is important to understand colors and how they fit into the color wheel. And it also shows you the difference between the additive and the subtractive system. So I have mixed together here a couple of colors. It's kind of a red-orange to a blue-purple. And I'm going to do that one. I've got another one from before, the green to red thing that I will show also, but I'll be doing that at the end. So again, I will do a silent running while I do the actual paint application, although this one goes much quicker than the other one. So this is the project number 7, Desaturated Color. Okay, there, I think we have it. You'll notice that the tendency was it's easier to work the dark into the light than it is to work the light into the dark, and it's because of the fact that the blue-purple pigment is so much darker in value than the red-orange. It's the same thing with any of the complementary colors across the spectrum from one color to the other, because one side of the color wheel tends to be darker than the other. Anyway, I'll get this pulled off here in a little bit. We'll take a look at it. I will show you some other examples of complementary color combinations, a few. And again, I'll show you the version that I have that's red to green, which I did before. So we will take this one and apply notes to it and trim it out, and we'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Okay. Okay, to recap here a bit more about complementary colors and desaturated colors and where they come from. Here is the color wheel. You can see the primary colors, the secondary colors, and the tertiary colors. A desaturated color is a result of moving across the color wheel to two complementary colors, in the case here of yellow-orange to blue-violet. I think my example was probably a little bit more like this one, where I was actually going orange to blue. But you can tell it here on this color wheel, the blue is a little bit purple. So it's a kind of a blue-purple. And here's the scanned version of what I did. You'll notice that I've maybe perhaps reoriented the dark side of the color wheel to the left. I think in my example I was working on
maybe it was on the right, but anyway. So anyway, this is the way that it scans up. Came out pretty good. I don't see any awkward transitional funniness between one color and the other, but then you've got a lot more room to work on here. That's transitioning the blue-purple to the red-orange across an 8-inch span. Other possibilities are things like yellow to violet or yellow to purple, and of course the red to green combination that I spoke of earlier, which was the earlier example that I had done, which looked like this. In this case, I definitely have my colors reversed. I've got the lighter version on the left side and the darker version on the right. But anyway, back to mine. It looks pretty good. And I should probably say, hold on a minute, I'll go back to this one. I was using a different measuring system, so don't let this confuse you. I want yours to look like this, 1 inch wide and 8 inches long. But anyway, getting back to mine, as I said, if I got this turned into me, I would probably give this project an A. It's nice and clean, not marked up, no paint bleeds, nothing much the matter. And, of course, as always, none of these projects are completed until we put in the notes. Now, in this particular example and the example to come of the black and white, I'd like you to put a frame around it in black like this so that it looks more like the paint chip sample that we had done earlier. It kind of cleans it up a little bit. In this particular case, it's not so important, but you'll see when we do the black to white value study on the white side, it gets to be pretty crucial because otherwise it kind of it just bleeds off into the board. Anyway, all for now. I will see you in the next video.